Greetings everyone, welcome to part 3 of the Tails Adventure adaptation. Where we last left off, thanks to T-Pup, Tails was able to avoid capture by Speedy. They later tried to find entrance to the Battlebird Armada's hideout, only to find trouble underwater. Meanwhile, Bunnie tricked the leader, the Battlelord, into thinking she's an Eggman spy to the Freedom Fighters. At the same time, Antoine engineered his own escape, sort of. Confronted with the realization that his wife is a spy, Antoine throws himself out of the tallest entry point to the sea. How does Bunnie react to this? First with shock, then relief to what we'll see soon, then anger. The last one towards the birds to maintain her cover when Speedy questions her reaction to losing Antoine. As Bunnie reports to the Battlelord, it's clear Speedy's not buying Bunnie's cover. Outside, we see Antoine safe and sound and using Tails as his landing pillow. Yeah, we all saw Tails saving Antoine the moment he shot that look last issue. And we know Tails isn't dying due to having roughly the same level of Sega plot armor Sonic does. Heck, you could say he has better armor since dying doesn't slow the two-tailed fox in the games. We also get confirmation that Antoine knows Bunnie's pretending to be a spy and didn't want to blow her cover. With the Sea Fox damaged, the plan is to infiltrate the base through an underground tunnel Tails found last issue. They'll have to reach it through the island's cave network. En route, Antoine rambles on how much Tails has grown as a freedom fighter, referencing the events of the Tails miniseries and patting him on the head like a child. Even though he is, Tails doesn't act like one here as he tells Antoine to knock it off, complete with an "I'm going to kill you if you don't stop" face. T-Pup breaks the tension by locating the cave entrance. Back over to Speedy, he enters the lab of one Dr. Fukurukov, the Armada's mad scientist and inventor. The running gags involving this guy involve how he doesn't get any respect, and no one can say his name properly. As such, I will play along for a bit. Speedy needs Dr. Frankenstein's computer to log into the Eggnet to look up the truth about Bunnie. Wow, I know the Battlelord's gullible, but he didn't think to run a background check on Bunnie while the two were talking? Anyway, Speedy wants Dr. Frankenfurter's help in solving this issue. Tails, Antoine, and T-Pup are making their way through the cave network, complete with ancient architecture, when they come across a couple of plot-convenient birds. They have bombs and reveal they're right above the undertunnel. With their role fulfilled, Tails and Antoine knock out the soldiers and set off the bombs. Just as the group enters the undertunnel, they come across more bird soldiers. The hero's actions didn't go unnoticed. Speedy contacts the Battlelord, who already knows and is sending Bunnie to deal with it. Now would be a good time to reveal Bunnie's true allegiance, Speedy, but no, he wants to solve the problem himself and has Dr. Feelgood continue his work. Our heroes handle the soldiers fine until the soldier in the walker points his flamethrower at them. That's when Bunnie comes to the rescue. After our two lovebirds reunite, Bunnie has some gifts: a saber for Antoine and base schematics for Tails. And thanks to T-Pup, we get to see what the base actually looks like. You know, this somehow looks familiar, doesn't it? Anyway, studying the schematics reveals that if they damage the storage bay enough, it'll weaken the base's infrastructure, and the birds will be too busy with repairs to be a threat. Not that they're much of a threat already, as our heroes zip past the guards and fly up into the base. Before they start trashing the storage bay, Dr. Forrester shows up saying they cannot stop his handiwork and blah 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 blah. And the running gag of not saying his name properly continues. Despite this, one of the Doctor's machines begins the attack, specifically the one that knocked out Bunnie and Antoine the other night. Since then, it's been upgraded as Bunnie finds out the hard way. And I doubt a sword would make a dent in that thing, Antoine, so it'll be up to Tails to take this thing down in the next issue. It's amazing how much Tails has grown from his early years. He's more confident now than, say, the Tails miniseries, able to come up with plans and lead the group when necessary. Antoine might have teased Tails about this, but he has a point. And while we do see Antoine being a goofball like his early days, he puts all that aside when things get serious, showing us how much he's changed. And I'm not forgetting about Bunnie. She's getting more clever, taking advantage of the situation, and thanks to her, our heroes have a chance chance. Though not everyone bought Bunnie's shtick. +1 to Speedy for looking into her true identity, but I have to subtract 1 for not informing the Battle Lord right away. Taking matters into his own hands might mean he wants to prove something, or he's afraid of his father despite being a gullible fool. Which brings us to Dr. Fukurokov. See, I can pronounce your name, Doc. He doesn't look too different from his game counterpart, except for the hat with the Armada insignia. I don't doubt the owl's a genius, but in my opinion, he's nowhere near the level of Tails or even Eggman, despite mocking the concept of robotization. He is prideful of his work, well, all geniuses are, and it will be interesting to see his reaction when our heroes start trashing things in the next issue. Over to the game references, the tunnels our heroes explore might be a nod to the level Cavern Island, an underground area with water. Tails uses actual bombs, picked up from the enemy by the way, and the boss at the end is Mecha-Golem, or in this case, Mole Mech. Like the previous issues, I'm giving this one a 9 as well. I'm still having fun with this story, from the dialogue to the art, and I bet you anything Tracy had a hoot drawing Tails' murder face. But the good times must come to an end, as next time, we'll see how Tails, Bunnie, and Antoine end the threat of the Battlebird Armada, and possibly get back to their vacation. Our heroes use stolen plans to find a weakness in a battle fortress, and said plans are now located inside a robot. Nope, doesn't ring any bells.